Hi, y'all. It's Jeannie. I thought I would do a little pop up to say hi, and I'm not doing anything super exciting. Hi, y'all. Oh, it's Jeannie. Let me get rid of that. I thought I would do a little pop up. There we go. Sorry, I gotta have a little technical difficulties. But I'm going to try the sealer that I got in my Art Dot canvases. I have a couple of diamond paintings that I need to seal, and I just thought I'd work on that, and you're welcome to hang out with me and join me while we seal away. Let me know if you've tried this sealer. I don't know much about it. A couple of people have tried it, they've said, and they've liked it. So I usually use just this little bottle that I got off of Temu like forever ago. What I like about this is it has this little, it's like a sponge top, but I like it a lot. It dispenses out the top. But it works, and the sealer has worked well for me. Hi, Patty. Okay. Well, thank you for being in the background. So let's see. What does it promise? It promises that it will stay shiny. Your canvases will stay shiny. It has rapid curing and safe and non-toxic. So with this came a little plastic card to spread it out with. And it says, open the bag, pour some glue onto your painting. Use a spatula to spread the glue evenly over your painting and wait for the glue to dry completely, which they say is 2 hours. So, and this is the little tool that I like to use. It's a silicone brush. You can get these at the Dollar Tree, or excuse me, what once was a Dollar Tree. And what I like about these is if you're using a paint or you're using a sealer, it'll peel right off the silicone. You don't have to worry about damaging your actual beautiful paint brushes. Okay, so they have these at the Dollar Tree. They also have them on Amazon. So I like to use those. I'm trying to think, could I refill this? I don't think this is refillable. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, look it. I could. I can refill that. So if I like this sealer, I might put some in there. But let's give it a go. Hi, Regina. How are you? On this fine Wednesday. It's still Wednesday, right? Evening. I'm just going to work on sealing some diamond paintings. Doesn't smell bad. I tell you what, Patty, I've had to check, I don't know how many times this week, what day it is. Let me put you on my down camera so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, so I'm going to use one of their trays that they sent. And I know they say just to go ahead and pour it all over my canvas, but we're just going to put it in a container. And hopefully I won't dump the rest of this out. No promises, no promises. Lazy, lazy. Oh, I tell you what. Has your weather calmed down? Is it cooler finally, Regina? We've had a nice couple of days, but now they're saying tomorrow is supposed to be hot again. So I'm not looking forward to that at all. I'm enjoying a cooler weather. All right, so I just took the frame off of the Red Queen here. And let's give her a little bit of sealant, shall we? Oh my gosh. Does that mean that your work hours are going to become even more crazy, Patty? 91 degrees, Regina. Nope. I hope you're staying lazy inside. All right, so I've got a little bit of glue, not glue, wax I want to get off of here. Just a little bit. All right, so this is a really good one to test with this sealer because y'all can see how shiny and beautiful the Red Queen is. I really hope this sealant does not take away that shine. I know that my Temu would not. So let's check out this art dot. Getting back to normal. Oh, good. Oh gosh, Regina, allergies. I know. And, you know, they said here the other day, I had to laugh. They're like, well, you know, cooler weather's coming, but so is fall allergies. I'm like, oh, okay. It spreads really nice. I'm going to be so irritated if this takes away my sparkle. Don't let anything ever take away your sparkle, ladies. There's anything on this planet you have to protect is your sparkle and your peace. Because believe me, somebody's waiting to take away both. Okay. It's a thicker sealer than I'm used to. It's not a bad thing. It doesn't have an odor, so that's good. I'm not running from fumes. All right, where's my little pouch? Have you been able to diamond paint while you've been resting, Regina? Or has it been even too hot to do that? Another thing I'm curious about is if this is going to make things very stiff. But I'm going to try it on 3 different canvases here. And we'll see what results we get. A little bit of waxing. You may have to live there now. Not today yet. Yeah. You know what I really used to enjoy, and I'm reminded of it because my monitor, when I turn my monitor on from my computer, it's a Samsung smart monitor, so it connects to like television shows and stuff, and one of them is an old game show channel. And the other day it was showing a very old Price is Right. I mean, it was so old that Bob Barker had brown hair. So if you know Bob Barker, you know that was quite a while ago. And oh, I was just struck with so much nostalgia for the days when, you know, everybody, we only had 3 channels and everybody watched the same thing, you know. You know, everybody was either, if you were homesick, especially as a kid, you were watching The Price is Right. It made me miss that time so much. So funny how a little clip of a show can take you back. No diamond painting for you either this week, Patty? You have been busy, girl. Yeah. Last week was... This week's a little calmer so far. Not much, but a little bit. I went to physical therapy this morning for my shoulder and my neck. And that has greatly improved. I'm not in so much pain anymore. So that's good. He's thinking maybe one more visit. I don't even know if I need that. I'm going to see how I am after this weekend. But I've been doing all the exercises, and we've really worked to release that muscle on my shoulder. Thank you. Yeah, I tell you what, that pain was getting so horrible. I can tolerate it now. But that shoulder muscle and neck muscle were just locking up. And I did one day of dry needling. And it's kind of like, it's a very thin needle. It's like an acupuncture needle. But the difference is in acupuncture, they put the needle in on a meridian line. Like they have a specific spot where it's supposed to align with different parts of your body and things. And with dry needling, it's really about triggering a specific muscle. So it didn't hurt. It just felt weird is like the only thing I can say. But it did make me feel sore afterwards. Like I had a really good workout, but I can't say that I'm a super fan of it. He wanted to do it another day, and I was like, I didn't really feel like I gained so much off of it that we need to return to that. So I'll pass. All right. All right, we got the queen fully coated. I got a little too much up there. Let me see if I can't. No, it's just absorbing. That's fine though. That'll be hidden. So right now it still looks good. Put her to the side. And let me get out my... Well, let me clean my space up. Maybe I've got a little overage. And then tonight, well, no, not tonight. I've got to prepare for Friday. The man that I'm a caregiver for, he is supposed to have a CAT scan on Friday. And got a call this afternoon. As far as I knew, everything was on board, but now they're saying, oh, we haven't received confirmation from his insurance. Okay. You want me to do about that? So we're kind of in limbo right now. So hopefully by tomorrow that'll all be settled. But he's got to go in super early for that. All right, this is that Timeless Roses. I really like this one from Diamond Dots. It had some ABs in this kit. Turned out really pretty though. I love the colors. I did this one for my grandmother. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, again, this is a super sparkly one. So this is also a good one. I really hope it does not take away the shine. I have plans for this one. I want to apply it to a canvas. And hang it beside a picture of my grandmother. Regina, are you looking forward to any festivals that are coming your way in the fall? No, nothing. I haven't really seen the list of what's going to be going on around me. You know, I've never been to a pumpkin farm. Have you? Might try to go to one this year. If it can ever be cool enough. One thing I am doing next month is, and this may sound so strange to some of y'all, but a couple of years ago, I started really getting into ancestry. Not able to walk much, I understand. And in ancestry, along with it, I started becoming involved with in that research. You use a lot of different sites, right? Not just ancestry.com, but there's a site called findagrave.com, and it's a part of Ancestry, and it's where you see a lot of pictures of your ancestors and your loved ones of their grave sites. And there are volunteers who go out and take pictures of headstones, and so that people, no matter where you are, you can see, where your loved one was laid to rest. And people can go on there and request, if a picture is not there, they can request one of the volunteers to take pictures. And I'm a volunteer who does that. I go into cemeteries and take pictures so that people who aren't near or can't make it out, they can. It's a way of also checking on the cemetery, and but it's just nice to be able, if there isn't a picture, that it gets documented. It's kind of a historical document, and it ties into Ancestry. So when you do anything in Ancestry, you can always link back to that. So that's really special. If in your research, you can then say, you can link to that picture at the cemetery. So it kind of not only fills out more of the gaps in the documentation, but it offers a nice historical moment to be able to show this was their final resting spot. So, yeah. Well, I tell you, you can go on, if you go on to findagrave.com and you find who you need a picture of, you can request right through there. And somebody that is in that area who is a volunteer, they will get an alert. Now, I get thousands of alerts for pictures. And of course, I can't do all of them, but I'm not the only volunteer. There's a lot of us. I have no estimate of how many. It's just, what people can go and do. But you might get somebody who will take a picture for you, and that your request will stay open until it's fulfilled. So it's worth a shot if your cousin won't do it. Yeah, my grandmother, the one who I made this for, her picture was not there. And so I made a drive up to Virginia and took a picture of it, and I put it on I put it on the site Find a Grave, and then linked to it, and that way Um, she's she's got a little bit more of her life and death documented, and I don't know. I think it's pretty special. But as part of that, you know, I have never been trained on how to clean headstones or anything. And oh, there's so many. Like, I love a lot of my ancestors here in Charlotte. They have such old headstones that they're falling apart. You know, they were made out of material that has not done well over time. And you have to be very gentle and you have to know what you're doing to clean those things. So I don't touch stuff like that. I try to clean away any obvious dirt or mud that might be on there, or grass or leaves or stuff like that. No matter, like, if I'm taking a picture of somebody for somebody at a grave site, I'll clean that up. But I've always wanted to be able to help out more. So next month, our local historical society that I've just started going to some activities with, they are teaching how to clean the headstones and things. So I'm going to go to that so I can learn and help out. I do not know why I have had this bug to do this. Like, I'm not a person who goes and hangs out at cemeteries, although I'll tell you what, it's very peaceful. If you want some peace away from people, um, it is peaceful, and they're usually quite beautiful. But I don't know where this came from. It just started when I started getting into ancestry. I became very, I mean, you have to get information for a lot of things. You have to go to cemeteries, especially if it hasn't been recorded. That's where quite a bit of information can be found, because you got to think, you know, headstones contain a lot of information. They'll contain birthdays, deaths, spouses, sometimes children. I mean, you can find a lot. If somebody was in the service, if they had children. You can definitely ask. You can definitely post on there. I mean, if there's whatever's there, if somebody has enough information to be able to find your loved one, then they can definitely try. I don't know. I don't know why this suddenly became so important to me, but it has. And um, I'm just trying to help people out. There's a lot of people who, you know, they can't get to this area, and they want to be able to see what it looks like, what the cemetery. I try to take. We can take pictures of the cemetery, so I try to take pictures of the cemetery as well, so people can see like a general area, what it looks like, as well as the headstone. Mm. And you can add to information too. If you register on the site, which is free, you can add to information for your loved ones. So if there's information missing or incorrect, it's pretty cool. You should check it out. Like I said, it's absolutely free. You might be shocked what you see on there. I hope you're not, but some people might be. I tried to think what my grandmother would think about being on having her grave uh, gravestone on the internet. I think part of her would be irritated because she'd be like, why is that necessary? And then I think the other part of her would be tickled because she'd be like, well, why not? Why shouldn't I be? So I went and got her some flowers and put her picture on there. So I'm really excited. So that's one thing I'm going to do that next month. I'll go and learn how to take care of gravestones, and guess I'll add that to my resume. Gravestone cleaner. Well, you never know when that'll come in handy. But there's plenty of gravestones of my ancestors here that are in a historic. This came from somewhere. Were you just hanging out on here, or did you come from somewhere? No, let me push you to the side in case I need you somewhere. They're in a historic cemetery, and their gravestones are just falling apart. And it's really heartbreaking because while it is a historic area and the church was historic and the graveyard is historic, the airport bought all of the property. They bought the church property. They bought all the property around it. And, their goal is to expand in that whole area. I just don't know what's going to happen to everything there. It's kind of heartbreaking. Hi, Laura. I'm full of energy. Well, I tell you what, that hasn't always been the case the last few years of my life. As I've said here and there and haven't talked about greatly, but I have lipedema, which is a connective tissue disorder. And it's also a fat disorder. That's what it's labeled under. But it's mostly a connective tissue disorder. And with that, it was robbing me of my mobility to the point that I was having great difficulty walking. It was extremely painful. And in 2021, when I was finally diagnosed, I've had problems since I was 19, gradually increasing over time. Finally, 27 years later, I was able to get a diagnosis, and it changed my entire life. Because I tell you what, I got to a point where I was basically crawling upstairs. I was not active at all. And my doctor, when I was diagnosed, said that within 2 years, he predicted I'd be in a wheelchair full time. And I was like, well, tell me what we have to do to turn this train around. And that meant I had to go have surgery. I had to go have lipedema removal, which lipedema is a type of fat. It's not a metabolic fat. Most people who don't have lipedema have metabolic fat, which means you can exercise, you can go into calorie deficit, and you can lose weight. And you're fine. With lipedema, I have nodules under my skin that are like little peas, and they're extraordinarily painful if they're pushed or compressed. And when they swell, not only does that increase the size of your body, but it doesn't allow your metabolic fat to also rid itself. So a person with lipedema may look very large, but that lipedema weight you're never going to lose through exercise and calorie deficit. It just is a painful fat that is distorted. And that fat was built up in my legs and my knees so badly that it was changing my gait. My knees weren't able to function the way they really needed to. So I had to go and have liposuction on my legs. That's the only way to remove lipedema is through liposuction. And they basically had to recarve out my knees and get some of that lipedema out so that I could become mobile again. It was very arduous. It took a year for me to get back. And it was extremely helpful. So I since then have, I only had the surgery on the front of my legs. I still need to have it on the back of my legs. But just getting that off of my thighs, I mean, the lipedema makes you be very inflamed. So I had so much inflammation in my body. I had all of this extra heavy weight. That's the other thing. Lipedema weight, the fat is very dense. And so it just feels like you are carrying, if you've got an extra 15 pounds, it feels like an extra 30. It is just a massive weight. And being able to get that off of my legs and carve out my knee was just incredible. It truly did give me my mobility back. And so not only that, but in the lead up to surgery, you have to, when I got diagnosed, I started to have to do compression therapy, which I have a machine that I have to put on an entire pantsuit. And that I have a lymphatic, my lymphatic system is sludgy. When you have lipedema, the lymphatic system slows down. It can't properly function. And so that fat suit that I call it, it's called a compression suit, but I look like the Michelin Man when I'm wearing it. It sets and it compresses my lymphatic system so that it'll help work better. And in addition to that, there's eating a low inflammation diet, which thankfully I already was being a vegan, but also incorporating a vibration plate and rebounding, which is a little trampoline that I have in house, all of these things. And so it requires daily maintenance as well as wearing compression clothing. And after I had my surgery, I had to be in full compression pants every day, 24 hours a day. I did that for 9 weeks and it was intense. At the end of 9 weeks, I was so ready to just breathe freely for an hour out of those pants. But you do those things to try to help with not only the lymphatic system, but after you have a lot of the lipedema fat removed, you now have skin that has to be brought in. And I didn't have any type of skin removal or anything like that. So you're trying to help your body tighten up a little bit. If you want better results, it's helpful. But it's also really medically necessary to help hold everything together while your body's healing from that trauma. So I really feel like I'm back to me again in a lot of ways. So I do try to move as much as I can because it is good for my body. And even though I have osteoarthritis in my knees, moving those joints is the best thing you can do. It seems like you should just rest and do nothing, but your joints really, really require that movement. So yeah, I I do try to get out there and do whatever I can, because it was so scary to me. The thought of losing my mobility, um, you know, in my 40s was absolutely just, I couldn't imagine in 2 years the idea of being in a wheelchair full time. So yeah, I try, but that is one of the reasons that now I try to fully embrace everything, is because for a long time I was losing that ability. And once you are faced with the prospect of not being able to do the things you want, whew, physically, it's scary. That's good. I'm so proud of you that you're doing your walking. And it is good for you, and it's good for not just your body, but your mind. I mean, don't you find that it opens you up creatively, and it makes your spirit lighter? And that's how I feel like if I go out and that's one thing with my dog Hillary that I lost last October, going and doing hikes with her and being out with her was so good for me. And I haven't done my hikes since she's gone. It is. You don't have to push yourself. I mean, it feels so good. Your body does crave it, and it's good for your lungs. You're working all of your body systems. And yeah, a little is better than nothing. You're doing great. I think it's wonderful. All right, I've got to move my roses. Okay, y'all, my roses are done. So that's sealed. I love this one. I don't see where I lost one. I don't think I did. I think that one was just hanging out. Let me put it up to the light. That's always my test, is put it up to the light, and then I can see the glaring gap. But no, I think that one was just hanging out. All right, so I got one more here. This is one I did last year that I want to finish up. Oh, thank you, Regina. Yeah, and I'm so glad you have that backyard you've got to do that with. I loved this one. Now, this one was a Diamond Dots as well, but this one gave me issues because here in the green, they had twos and Z's, and they were really hard to see and differentiate. And I guess some people wouldn't care, but there was no reason to put the number 2 and a Z. They were so similar in this area, and it was really dark. But I love this one with the little stack of books. It's a partial, so all this in the background I didn't do. It was a really quick workup, but that kind of ruined it a bit. Oh, I bet, Laura. I bet you do walk all day. And that's a different walking. You don't get to feel, first of all, you're not outside. You're not getting you know, the good oxygen that that you could get, or and it's hard to have your mind. It's not the same kind of walk. You can't really clear your mind. It's more tension based walking. Regina. Sorry to tell you, Laura, they say it doesn't count. Yeah. It's a different walking. I mean, you're walking, but your whole body's different when you're trying to get around at work, rather than whether you're walking around your yard like Regina, or you're walking in the forest or the park. It just feels different, doesn't it? Your body knows. Yeah, this one I picked up at Joann. Rest in peace, Joanne. Gosh, I miss them so much. How are you today, Laura? Do y'all still have so much smoke? Or is it calmed down with those fires? Oh, my grandmother used to call J.C. Penney's pennies. She never included the J.C. It's just pennies. How long did you work at J.C. Penney? Oh no, Laura, sore throat. Mm-mm. Be gone. None of that. No sore throat for you. It's not that time yet. That's unacceptable. I tell you what, when I woke up the day after, well, it started on my birthday in June, and when I woke up the next day and I felt like my throat had needles and, that's how I felt. I was like, no, not only is it my birthday, but hello, it's summer. I'm not appreciating this right now. Gosh, I hope I like this sealer more than I like their canvases. Oh, please. Let me check on the queen over here. Oh, some of this is running off. Hold on, I got a mess over here. Oh, goodness. Do I ever? Okay, so what I'm seeing here is, do y'all see this? Like some of this has run off. So it's not like staying put. It's kind of I don't think you can see it. It's coming up to the surface, and let me make sure this is nice and flat, because if it's kind of angle at all, it is not happy. Okay, that's messy. Oh my gosh, 17 years at JCPenney. I hope you liked it. I hope either you had great benefits or you loved it. That's a long time. Let me go check the other one. Hi, Joan. I'm just trying out this sealer from Art Dot. Oh, you're not late. I just thought I'd pop on here, and I was like, I need to seal some of this. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry that those fires are still a problem. That's not good for your breathing at all. Oops. Maybe I'm being too heavy-handed with this. I was just saying, Joan, I hope that this does not take away. It says it's not going to take away the shine. I hope it doesn't. I hope I like their sealer better than I like their canvases. All right, Joan. You said you like it. I hope it's good. It's weird. I don't know if this is because these are polyester and they're not real absorbable at all. These canvases. Maybe I'm just being too heavy with it. I'm trying to be. It feels like it's not going down. But then it just kind of pulls back up. Okay, never took away your shine. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. If I go lighter, it doesn't really get down in there. Yeah, I've only used this diamond. Doesn't even say painting, it says painting finish. But it's from, I got it off of Temu, and I love this thing. It works great. That does not take the shine off. It also doesn't do this weird pulling. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Well, if you use this, really make sure that this is on a flat surface, because it does not like at all the slightest tilt on a surface. So tip number 1. You bought the huge bottle? Yeah, it says on the bag 2 hours to cure, so that sounds about right. Yeah, for sure. Keep those windows closed. Gosh. Yeah. It's anybody with health issues, it's not good. That's terrible. Sometimes we take for granted clean air to breathe until we don't have it, right? But boy, we sure know when it's painful. When I was first looking to move to North Carolina, I wanted to move to the mountains, and there was an area that was very affordable. And I was like, wow. I mean, mind you, I was still in Illinois, and I couldn't believe some of the prices of the homes I was seeing. I was like, how in the world are these so cheap? And I contacted a realtor, and I gave him the address of the house I wanted. And he's like, I don't know that you want to live over there. And I was like, what's wrong? It's like, everything's so affordable. What could be wrong? And he's like, well, there's a paper mill over there. And that's one of the reasons why the homes are so affordable, is because the air quality is terrible. And I was like, I'd never been around a paper mill. And I was like, okay. I said, well, I'm going to check that out, because I was coming in a few weeks to look at the area and see what I wanted and where I wanted to be. And, oh goodness, sure enough, I went over there, and the air, first of all, it had a terrible stench. And second of all, I have asthma, and it's under control, except when it's irritated. And it just burned. My lungs burned. I have never experienced that in my life. I could not believe it. I felt so bad for the people who live there. Most people, they've just gotten used to it. It's been there forever. But it hurt. And when something hurts like that, you can tell your body's screaming. It's not good for you. Can't believe people live in that, work in that. The good news is, this year, or the end of last year, well, not everybody would agree it's good. The people who liked working there, which I understand, but the mill closed. And but the good news is, people with their health situations have improved, and the property values have gone up, because now people can sell their homes. Yeah, it was horrible. Can't imagine living in that every day, just burning your lining of your lungs. All right, I'm going to quit futzing with that. And let me check on the rose one. I don't know that I feel that got down in there, but I'm going to believe it did. I'm going to trust the process. Let me put this over somewhere. All right, so I'm going to bring the rose back over because I want to check and see. Okay, here's some that's oozed out. Yeah, it's really just coming back up. That is the weirdest thing. I've never had that happen. Okay. No, I'm just going to keep pushing it down. It may never dry. How weird. Maybe I was too heavy-handed. Could be me. I don't know. All I know is my little T-Boom brand. Well, I'm going to hold off on putting anything in here because I discovered I can refill this. And they have it on Amazon. So, but I like this. I like this applicator. It's got this little sponge. This is my second favorite with the silicone applicator. Yours never came back up like this? I don't know. I've never had that happen. Usually I put it on there and it, goes down into the drills, and this is coming right back up on the surface. I wish I could show you better. Like, maybe I can. Hold on. You see this? Right here? Oh, where am I? Yeah. See, it's coming back up. Like it's doing the opposite of what I would expect. Oozing around. Okay. Just gonna keep spreading it out. I don't know. Maybe I'm not gonna like it. Art Dot, I'm trying with you. My patience is wearing out. I'll tell you what. I think I'm gonna stick to your containers and your putty. Oh, this. Yeah. Let's see if you can see that. It just says diamond painting. You can't see that. Let's see. Let me go in. Can we go in some more? Yeah. There we go. Diamond painting finish. DIY Vera Sieglung. Can read the ingredients. It says new upgrade. Application of resin properties. But I like it a lot. It came with this thing to use. It says to use this. And that's worse than my little, at least this is a no. I wouldn't use it with this. Oh, goodness. Oh, it's an experiment. It's all an experiment. Every day you're checking Amazon for some more Diamond Art Clubs. I don't understand. I don't understand why Amazon Canada does not get more in. And I don't know if it's Amazon doing it or the supplier. I mean, is it Diamond Art Club? I mean, I know that I have seen many, many people in the community on Diamond Art Club talk about we want some more on Amazon. So I wouldn't think I don't know how smart that would be as a business decision to not keep that fulfilled. Came with a silicone thingy. Plus a brush. Uh-huh. A lot of minis and coasters. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna quit futzing. Well, let me see. This looks like it's finally calmed down. I mean, you can see that where it ran off here. That's very strange. All right, well, I'm gonna let those dry and hopefully that'll work. But yeah, I love using the silicone because this just cleans right up, no problem. Well, I'm glad it worked for you, Joan. That is just wicked. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I keep seeing more to do. See, this is... Look at me. I said I'm going to quit futzing with it. Mm-hmm. Apparently. That's where the narrator says she did not, in fact, quit futzing with it. It's out here. They break. Hi, Tanis. Thank you for joining. How are you? I'm just doing some sealing of my diamond paintings. Moaning and sealing. Let me check on my other one now. I'm worried. That one seems to be doing a little bit better. Now this has a super shiny background, and the other one's that really tough. It's more tough than this polyester. That might matter too. The worst one is the Red Queen. You can see it just started running everywhere as it was coming back up. Isn't that weird? I've never had that happen with a sealer. Usually it just goes into the drills and settles down. It's just bubbling back up like a little geyser. I'm gonna stick to my Temu. I don't like it. Tanis, do you diamond paint? I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut off the edges here and I'm going to adhere it to a canvas. And depending on what size canvas I've got, I may do a watercolor extension background around it, but this one means a lot to me for my grandmother. Regina, are you able to get any relief with some medication with your allergies? Ooh, but definitely, y'all, if y'all are going to use this sealer, take your frames off because they will get stained from that stuff. I have also discovered with this tray that they sent that I never used the alignment areas. I'm not that kind of diamond painter. Do y'all use those areas? Oh, awesome, Tanis. I started in 21. My first kit was a Van Gogh from Amazon. and I was hooked. I thought I would be an aligner. I thought that I would use those little alignment lines. You know what I'm talking about? Not the main lines, but these, where they can line up into for multi-placing. I just find that I don't use that. That's right, Joan. 2025. The beginning of the obsession. Yeah, see, so you don't like it either, Joan. Oh, yes. For Forever Young trays. They are where it's at. I didn't realize it was 24 for you, Laura. Now, I will say in 24 is when I started purchasing from Diamond Art Club. My previous, I'm going to leave this here because I'm afraid to death it's going to mess up if I move it. So I'm going to flip you to my other camera. My first premium kit was actually a Diamond Dots. They do have a premium line. Hi, y'all. And it was my Wonder Woman. And that canvas is like silk, and it's gorgeous. But that, when I say premium line, they retail for like $50. So they're not your normal, but they were, and the only reason I bought it, because I bought it quite a few years ago, when I'd only done 2 off of Amazon, and I got it at Hobby Lobby for $12 on clearance. So in they had that one, and they had a Justice League that I haven't done. I did my Wonder Woman, but that's what made me look for other premium brands. And well, like Alice, I went down the rabbit hole and landed at Diamond Art Club and Dreamer Designs, and my bank account wasn't happy. It prefers the Amazon $7 kits. Fancy's all in your mind, Regina. You know, some people say that's just a ball jar, but look, it's got a B on it, so it's fancy. Fancy is a state of mind. The snowman was your first from Diamond Art Club? I didn't realize that. I have not purchased one from Captured by Radiance. I want to try, I really like the art of Cat Fedora. What potion? This is just tea. This is my not very sweet tea. I don't drink, I don't have a sweet tooth, even though I was a vegan baker. I don't have a sweet tooth, but it's just my tea. Oh, Regina, have you tried a premium kit yet? Oh, you have a sweet tooth. Hi, Brody. How are you doing? Oh, good, Joan. That's exciting. Are you in an area where you're going to bling it up? Or is that to come? You just ate some chocolate. I do like chocolate, but yeah, I've never had a sweet tooth. Okay. I am doing well, thank you. Mooney Maid, yes. I want to try their canvases. Are you oh, you're also in Canada? Joan and, Have Coloring Books Will Travel, Laura are also in Canada. Oh, Joan, I was just asking, you said you're gonna work on Alice some more. Are you are you at a place where you're gonna start applying the rhinestones you bought, or is that gonna come later? No, my drink of choice, um, is always tea, like there's things about me that are very Southern and other things that aren't. Okay. Your cat is gonna be beautiful when it's completed. I am going to put some glow on tonight because I'm up in that lantern, and, so this will be my first time substituting drills. I'm a little nervous. I want it to turn out. But the good news is there are no mistakes. We can always pick off the drills and, put some new glue down. So, no panic, right? Oh, yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah. Oh, I think that's a good idea, Joan, because then people can see, the process of what you're doing. Because I think a lot of people are intimidated about switching out drills. Brody, you wanna be a Southerner over there in Australia. Have you tried, cornbread yet? I keep waiting for, a glimpse of you eating some cornbread. Regina, do you need to make some tea or you need to make cornbread? Well, Brody, when you make it, you need to tag me. I wanna see it. Your Black Cat, Christmas in July? I haven't seen that one. Well, Regina, if you were close, you could come over and we could have both. That's right, Laura. Good to good to practice replacing the drills on a low budget canvas. That's right. I have to tell you, I have made an error on my beloved Hades and Persephone that I'm working on. Oh, I couldn't believe it. So, the other night, I was just booking it. I was in my sweet spot, and then I ran out of drills. And I was like, "This can't be right. I have a lot left of this color. How is this?" I literally sat there going, "How is this possible?" After further investigation, it was apparent that when I had kitted this up, I had switched 2 of the labels on 2 colors. So, it is with a sad heart that I am going back and taking off because I can't leave it. First of all, I don't have enough to finish, and second of all, now that I know that it's wrong, I'm the type of person that I have to make it right. So I have to go remove those. Yeah, it is the worst, Laura. And I literally was, oh, I was like, oh, look at me. I'm just jamming. Never get cocky. Am I at Hogwarts? I wish. Do you like what do you think of my candles? They are floating candles. And hold on, I must have triggered my tracking. Hold on. Yeah, I did. Hold on. Hold on, Birdie. Wait till you see this. If y'all ever wonder authentically who I am, these candles represent everything of what my spirit is. Birdie, I have a wand. Okay. Watch the candles, Brody. The joy these candles bring me. Cannot. It doesn't have to be for everybody, but it is for me. So yes, that is my fall and Halloween backdrop. Yeah, I thought they were so cool when I saw them. They tickle me. That's right. You can call me a witch. Yeah, if you hide it, then I can just pretend that I'm doing it, right? Hold on. No, it didn't work. Wait, I gotta point it at it. There we go. You know, one of my ancestors, going back to the beginning of our conversation, Regina, one of my ancestors, they called her a witch because this is so funny. The documentation about her life, she had a black stallion, and she liked to go out at night and ride her horse. And because she did that, people thought she was strange, and they thought she was a witch because she would go out at night and ride her horse. So I come from a line of strange. What can I say? That's right. What potion am I drinking? Potion and my floating candles. I'm all about it. Life is too short not to have a good time. And if it makes you smile, do it. Within reason, without hurting anyone or animals. Let me say my caveat. The small print. Hair changing potion. Yeah. Just me and my sweet tea and my floating candles. Well, half sweet tea. I just thought they were so cute, and they flicker. But they are hanging. They are in the air. What flavor is my tea? That's black tea leaves. Yep. Actually, this is the tea. My preference for tea is red rose. You ever had red rose? It's my favorite. And they used to give little figurines in their tea, and they don't anymore. But I love to collect their figurines. I don't have many. Thank you, Laura. I find all the good stuff. I just get tickled. I mean, I'm all about, I truly believe you should lean into your joy. And things like light up candles that float bring me joy. Glow in the dark drills bring me joy. That's what I need. I need to have me a cup and put some dry ice in it and Y'all really stop wondering. Yeah, Regina. Um, they sell it everywhere. They sell it at Walmart. It's right there by Lipton. um, yes, red rose tea, Laura. It is so good. That's what I drink for my cold tea. I mean, you can have it hot too. Excuse me. It is. I don't like now red rose tea has flavored teas, like they have lemon cake tea, and I don't like any of that. Oh, very sugary. Ugh. Nope. I can't do a super sweet tea. You like a strong tea, Regina? I think I would say that I think I do too. Um, what's your favorite tea, Regina? Vancouver recorded the worst air quality in the world. Oh my gosh, that's saying something. Mm-hmm. I'm so sorry. That's horrible. I understand that. I'm a caregiver. So, I start my day with a strong coffee too. Just one though. I have one coffee a day. Well, this has settled down. It's no longer pooling on top. You know, I love that so much. I think that's so cute. And this one's doing well, and that one over there is doing great. So, if you use that pouch, just be I would say go gentle into that great night. But also stick around. Stick around your item to make sure it's going to be okay. Oh, you have a weight loss shake and green tea. Green tea is really good for you. Laura. Laura knows when I make that sound, I'm about to show her something. Um, speaking of things that excite me, why does my hair look short all of a sudden? Um, look at, I got some press on nails. And can you see? It has a cat. And they do what? They glow in the dark. So we've got black, and there's a cat, and then those are sparkly. I'm telling you. Oh, you know, peach tea is one of those things. It can be really good or not. What kind do you like? What's good? Yes, I thought about that. I was like, she's gonna say they're jet nails. Oh, are you leaving? Never have a messy desk. All right, Joan. Joan's going live, y'all, at 8 o'clock. Oh, you know I love me some glow in the dark. I'm fully embracing um, the child in my spirit. That's why I like my little lip smacker. That's a bat. I mean, sure, you could go with just a regular lip gloss, but why not go with a Squishmallow? I mean, if you have a choice, why wouldn't you? Yeah, I can't wait to see them glow. You glow in the dark, Brody. I'd like that face cream. If it makes you glow in the dark, that sounds fun. Isn't it adorable? I love it. This is like a blueberry. Let me see if it has a. I love lip smackers. Yeah. No. Blackberry. Yeah, Squishmallows got with lip smackers. So it's lip smackers, but it's Squishmallow. And it's a little bat. I have one that's a calico cat that looks like Winnie. It's upstairs. It's in my purse though. Oh, you're lovely. Oh, that's nice. Well, you gotta have a troll someday. Isn't he cute? I think he's adorable. That's what I should do. Turn off the lights, have the candles on, glow in the dark nails. I wouldn't be able to diamond paint because I'd be so blind, but oh, Regina, just somebody showing the blessings of their brain. Oh, yeah, I need a spell book, don't I, Brody? Let's start some rumors. My ancestor was called a witch because she rode a horse at midnight. Yeah. Oh, Brody, you have a Ouija board. Those things can be scary. Have you ever had any experiences with it? You know, that was such an 80s thing in America. Growing up, I can't tell you the kids that like that became part of sleepovers. They'd say, "Oh, I snuck in a Ouija board." Do y'all remember that? You you mostly have it on display, Brody? What's that other thing? Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Do y'all remember that? That was always at a sleepover. Laura, was that ever at your sleepovers? Oh, Ouija boards were banned? I don't know if they've been banned here. Banned in Canada. Wow. Hmm. Yeah, it was always, so when there was a slumber party, girls always would do this light as a feather, stiff as a board, putting your hands underneath, like, one of the girls would, lay down, and then everybody would try to lift the girl. Regina. Well, we're young in our minds. I don't know about age-wise. Yeah, yeah, same thing with, um, girls used to freeze whoever goes to sleep first, they'd take their bra and freeze it or put their hand in cold water. Slumber parties were a rite of passage that you were lucky to have survived. Just a little bit, Regina. Yeah, as you got older, it was like wondering why you're going to a slumber party. It's gonna it's a night of survival. I didn't have them. They they were the slumber parties I attended. You didn't have that at your slumber parties? Maybe you had kinder slumber parties in Canada. Yeah, from 4th grade on, every slumber party you'd go to, somebody was either trying to whip out a Ouija board or do light as a feather, stiff as a board, or whichever girl falls asleep first, which was never me because I was the night owl of the bunch. So it wasn't happening on my watch. And then I'd go home. My parents would be like, "Why are you so tired?" Because I don't want stuff to happen to me at the sleepover. Brody Lore is warning you not to use your Ouija board. Yeah, only tag me in your cornbread, not the Ouija board. Only bad things will happen, Laura says. Laura's not messing with that. Mess with the Ouija board and all of your canvases suddenly lose their stick. Your pen will malfunction forever. I don't, well, are there rules for a Ouija board? I mean, does it come with instructions? Guys, it's just one of those things you know. Like, how to speak to the dead. I don't know. I mean, I seriously don't know. Spirits will come visit you. Nobody needs that. Brody's got a little bit of a adventurous spirit over there. We just thought it was all about tea and cornbread. And look at you, Laura. You just warned him not to do this. And now you're encouraging him by saying, "Good to use a Ouija board on Halloween." Don't do it. But if you're going to, you know the best time to do it? Let's stick with the first message of don't do it, especially on Halloween. Halloween is not the best day, I would say. Well, if you're gonna do it, tag Laura. Not me. I'm just your cornbread and tea friend. Oh, Brody, now you lead with you have 2 haunted dolls? Brody, what's going on over there? You might wanna get rid of that Ouija board if you've got 2 haunted dolls. That's not positive at all. You're not right. Well, now we're fully concerned about you. But I've seen some of your, diamond painting canvases. You like horror, don't you? You like spooky. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, tell me. I don't. I don't like spooky. I don't like to be scared. You do? Okay. Mhm. He's he's walking on the scary side. Laura! Laura, you do, Brody? Raise his eyebrows. What are your haunted dolls' names? I don't know that, um, he needs to write that down. You know, for somebody who's full of warnings and best practices with a Ouija board, I'm not sure why you're asking that information. He loves Disney and Harry Potter, though, too. Well, I think we should focus on that one. Y'all are a mess. Meanwhile, Regina's back there going, I want none of this. I want no part of this. Curiosity. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, they don't have names. I think that's the wisest choice. Mm. Because when you give something a name, you're giving it a place, you know? So let's don't. Oh, and now she has name suggestions. Laura. Laura. Ah, you see, she's all bold because this isn't in her house. No, Laura, we're not listening to you with the naming the evil dolls. You know what they'd be called? Trash and can. What they would be called. There's nothing else acceptable. Mm-mm. Dumpster. New. Well, Brody, I don't know how you don't sleep with the light on now. Some of those canvases you do are enough. Landfill. No. Naming your evil dolls. Mm-mm. I do love a lava lamp, though. Brody, I love a lava lamp. I have one upstairs. It's not an old one, though. I love the old ones. They used to really move. Lava lamps aren't evil. And if they are, mine'll be called Dumpster too. It's rainbow. The lava in it is? Laura? No. Laura does not speak for Jeannie. See that last thing? Mm-mm. We're not doing evil dolls, Laura. Mm-mm. No. Sure sounds like fun. Does it? Does it? Here we are gonna have an innocent, fun Halloween. You're changing. Yeah. You know what you would be? You'd be one of those girls lining right up going, let's do light as a feather, heavy as a board. What time is it in Australia right now, Brody? Oh, you're living in the future. Hmm. 10 a.m. Thursday. Wow. How is Thursday already? Is it gonna be a good day? I'm back here in the past. 7:54 PM on Wednesday. You're just going into spring and fall is finally touching America. Not fully here yet, but it's close. When fall arrives, I'm like a seed. I'm finally able to start sprouting. What's your favorite time of year, Birdie? Mine is autumn. Let me see if this is still very wet and tacky. It says 2 hours for this to dry. So far, it's still shiny. So we'll see. I'll let you know how it goes. Spring and Halloween. That's gotta be weird to have. So you have, I never thought about that. You have Halloween in spring, right? Mm-hmm. That's so crazy. I have never thought about that. I've never thought about when y'all's Halloween, the season it falls into. That would be really strange. Yeah, it may not dry until tomorrow. It's a very, very wet and tacky sealer. I gotta say, so far, I'm just gonna stick with my tomato. Yeah, that's wild to me. Now that's like, you know, some places out west, but that's just wild to me. I wouldn't like that. I mean, I know you don't get a say, but that would just be so weird to me. Well, y'all, I guess I'm gonna get off here so everybody can go join Joan's live. She'll be going live here at 8 o'clock. So like a minute. Thank y'all for joining me. As always, it's been fun. And we will see what we've learned about this Art Dot sealer. Still shiny. I just want to make sure it stays shiny. And I want to see how hard it dries. Because, you know, sometimes when you use a sealer, it just makes everything so stiff. So we'll see. Oh, I wish you had a cold Christmas too. It is nice. I think that is an enjoyable part of Christmas. Oh, you have a great night too, Birdie. Thank you, Laura. See y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye.